9 News at Noon starts right now.
The AP hasn't officially called the race yet, but we do still have a winner of Colorado's 8th District Congressional face-off, Gabe Evans. Thank you for joining us at 9 News at Noon. I'm Brianna Fernandez. Democratic incumbent Yadira Caravero conceded to her Republican challenger, Gabe Evans, yesterday. The race had been so close each day since Election Day. Caravero had been leading Evans until Friday, when a batch of votes came in and put Evans on top by about 2,500 votes. By Sunday afternoon, 96% of the votes had been counted and Evans was still in the lead, prompting Caraveo to concede yesterday. Caraveo thanked her family and supporters, saying it's been the honor of a lifetime to serve the people of Colorado's 8th district. She went on to say in a statement that she has, quote, spent the last 2 years working to find common ground and bipartisan solutions to the most pressing issues facing our community. Right now, Gabe Evans is speaking for the first time since Caraveo conceded the race. Let's listen in real quick. All right, so it looks like it hasn't started just yet, but we'll have more on Evans' speech later today on air and online later this afternoon. This week's President-elect Donald Trump and President Biden will continue a tradition ahead of the transition of power. The two will meet in the Oval Office on Wednesday to discuss the transfer process. It's a tradition, but Trump did not host Biden when he won the election back in 2020. So this will be the first time since 1992 that an outgoing president sits down with an incoming one he competed against in a campaign. Denver Mayor Mike Johnston is taking a look at how to pay for affordable housing after he conceded the loss of his ballot initiative. He tells 9 News nothing is off the table, including putting another tax on the ballot for voters in the future. Ballot issue 2R would have raised the sales tax to pay for future affordable housing projects, but 51% of voters said no, compared to 48% who said yes. The mayor says Denver will be short more than 40,000 affordable homes over the next decade. He adds the city doesn't have the money to build the necessary affordable housing needed without a sales tax like this.
We know that affordable housing can be more complicated and more controversial. That's why it's harder to build. That's why we have a shortage of it. That's why we need more of it.
Denver voters may have said no to raising taxes for housing, but they are overwhelmingly approved a new sales tax to benefit Denver Health and help the hospital pay for uncompensated care. More than 20,000 people who voted for ballot issue 2Q also voted against 2R. New at noon, Jefferson County investigators are looking into the shooting deaths of 2 people whose bodies were found in their home in Conifer yesterday. Sheriff's office says that the daughter of the couple went to check on them at their home on Bear Park Road and saw her father laying on the floor. A fire crew responded to her 911 call, forced their way into the home and found the man and woman, both 67 years old, dead from an apparent gunshot wound. The couple's 2 dogs were also shot. The sheriff's office says that they are not looking for any suspects and there is no threat to the community. Aurora police are looking for the person who hit and killed a woman last week. So this all happened last Monday, November 4th, along East Mississippi near Sable Boulevard in Aurora. Arapahoe County Coroner's Office says she's a young Asian woman, likely between the ages of 20 and 30. Now she's about 5'4" with a black buzz cut. She has several tattoos. One of them is a Japanese yen symbol under her left eye. She also has a black skull tattoo in the shape of a spade on the center of her neck and a yin-yang symbol on the left side of the neck. Now, if you have any information that could help identify her, you're asked to call Aurora Police. We've learned the name of the Golden police officer who was hurt in a crash that killed another officer last week. The city of Golden says Officer Bethany Grusing continues to recover after being seriously hurt when a suspected drunk driver crashed into her last Wednesday. Grusing was with her partner, Officer Evan Dunn, responding to a crash when the suspected drunken driver, Stephen Gears, says the slick conditions caused him to hit them. Dunn died on the scene. He was only 33 years old and had just graduated from the police academy back in July. There is a growing memorial for him outside of the Golden Police Department. A fund has also been set up to help Officer Grusing as she recovers, and we've added that link to our website, 9news.com. The recent snow is melting and we are going to have great weather today, but tomorrow could be a little bit different. So let's send things over to 9 News Weather Impact Team, Lauren Robinson, with what we can expect later this week. Hey, Lauren.
Hey, and that's exactly right. We could see some late day rain across Denver with a little more snow up in the high country. In the meantime, today, though, we're going to be very sunny, very seasonal, a great day to get outdoor for those activities. Now, as you take a look at our live radar, this is the system that's pushing into the west coast here, and we're looking for it to push into the western slope by tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, we're looking for some scattered snow showers. By the evening hours, we could see some rain across the urban corridor, and then a rain-snow mix during the overnight hours tomorrow. In the meantime, not a whole lot to look at as we're going to see sunny skies today. Temperatures right now mostly in the 40s and 50s across the state with some 30s up in the high country, 30 right now in Eagle, 44 right now in Denver. And then we're seeing those 50s up in Greeley and Fort Collins. As you're making your way through the rest of the afternoon, we're going to see those highs get into the middle to upper 50s today, a little bit above average for this time of year, but we will be cooling down into the 50s and 40s by rush hour and then by dinner time. So as you're making your plans for the next few days, today will be sunny and mild. Tomorrow we're looking for some late day showers with some mountain snow. And then the rest of the week we're going to be pretty sunny and seasonal. So coming up in my full 7-day forecast, I'll have more details on everything you can expect this week ahead.
Lauren, thank you so much. It's Veterans Day, a time to thank those who have served for their sacrifices. This morning, President Biden and Vice President Harris took part in a Veterans Day tradition, laying a wreath at Arlington National Cemetery. President Biden laid that wreath at the tomb of the unknown soldier. The somber ceremony was also marked by the playing of the national anthem and taps as the attendees looked on. The president then delivered remarks paying tribute to the men and women who have served and continue to serve in the nation's armed forces.